6,800 new condo units changed to rental, canceled, or in receivership since 2022.
The good news is
That's
that
horrible.
we've got a whole bunch of other buildings that are supposed to be condos that are going to be converted into rental housing now.
Ooh, what a segue, TK.
Right?
That was
so
wonderful.
You're going to have
You
a
did
place to live
You did it.
at $4 a square foot.
Hey, guess what the new 4 is, TK, nowadays?
Is it 5?
It's 5. I'm telling you.
It's 5. Okay.
You do
At
not see
$5 a square foot, you can move into a lot of different projects coming to a neighborhood near you.
Yeah, like lots of neighborhoods, and basically anywhere you
Everywhere.
have to pay 5 for a new place.
Yeah,
a new place. Now, I don't know what people are doing in old places, but what will I don't know if this helps, but we got this article that says 6,800 new condo units changed to rental, canceled, or in receivership since 2022. And so, if we dig into this, I think about 1,000 or 1,100 of these, they went from being condo submissions to purpose-built rental submissions. And
yeah.
so
Third quarter alone.
I mean, that's good on one
Just
hand,
three
but
projects.
it's not good for purchasers or people looking to buy, but it's good for renters.
Nobody wants them. Yeah,
nobody wants them, so that's good, and that's why they
8
did
projects,
it. Obviously,
2,000 units put on hold, canceled, or placed in a receivership. That's just what we know about.
That's just what we know about so far.
Because it's saying placed on hold, so it means like it was like a decision was made.
Like
There's a
somebody
whole bunch
knew
of them
about it
who don't even know what they're doing yet, who are still twiddling their thumbs trying to figure out an escape plan, and they haven't figured it out yet, so they don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. They've got floors of people running different performas and like remodeling all kinds of stuff on their land to see if there is a way to actually make money on this thing, or what the hell are we going to do? Because nobody's buying anything zone now, right?
Nothing.
And they're just hoping to spur on demand. I see crazy incentives now. So hold on a sec. So we jumped around a little bit because there was also like, all the developers were complaining that there's going to be a glut in the system, which I've talked about. We've talked about developer talk, but I mean,
that's real estate agents, guys. Right now, the prices are low. You gotta buy now because once rates go down, then everyone's gonna rush back in and buy. The prices, man, they're gonna be driving prices up.
Sounds like realtor talk, not developer talk. That's realtor talk.
Developer talk is, well, with all the shortage in housing that we've had over the last few years, and now with the further restraint on building new housing due to the instability in the pre-construction condo market, 5 years from now, imagine how many more units we're going to need. We were short before. You guys should.
Well, that's part of it. But then if you
50%
actually
more units now.
But now there's okay. So if you look at the data and you say, okay, we have this many sales, this many starts. These starts will lead to completions, right? And then the cycle goes on again, because this is the cycle, right? Sales, starts, completion, right? So it makes sense. Everybody following me so far? TK, you on board? Here we go. Well, if the sales don't happen, then the starts, unless you can figure out a way to build rental.
Developer talk. Okay.
What?
You don't even know you're doing it.
Don't even know you're doing what?
Developer talk? You're going in the circle, the sales starts completion circle, doing the developer talk.
But that's how it works.
Once the sales stop,
the starts don't happen and the completions can't happen.
I get
it.
So
what happens when there's 4,000 units being completed?
Then people like don't buy so many rental properties because 80% of the people who are buying them are investors anyways. And so all those same tenants who would have moved into those projects will all be moving into these other projects that are being slated for purpose-built rentals.
But the investors
might even get more
units
built because of this.
But if there's
a developer,
if there's limited supply and there's investors that are willing to buy again, and there's people willing to buy because our rates are back down to 2 something, which is possible, right? And there's nothing to buy out there, then what happens? Right? It's like
they put their money somewhere else. They invested in their business. They invested into the stock markets.
Wouldn't that be great? Investing into the businesses.
It's just the amount of people who should not be in real estate investment is greater than the amount of people who should be.
That's right.
And so it was just because of a really good run. I've met so many people who have got paid off houses that they bought 20, 30 years ago, and that, will give you lots of advice on real estate investment and don't know the first thing about it. They don't know the first thing about it, honestly. And their rents are super low because they're just like, well, He's been there for 15 years. I never raised the rent once because he never
He's
actually
such a
called me
good
to come
guy.
over
Yeah.
and change any light bulbs or anything, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's, it's so nice of you. And you appreciated the
That's
person
great.
who was there, and
Now you
you're doing
fucked
your
up
part.
everything though.
But
Right?
like now you want me to sell the home with this tenant in there who's paying $800 a month, but you want the same price as the guy who's able to give vacant possession, or he's collecting $2,500 a month, right?
That's right.
They don't understand. They really don't understand. That's the truth.
Well, it's hard to understand, right? Because
So
it's
as
not
a
your
real estate investor,
yes.
maybe there should be some sort of course. If you're going to buy a second property in your name, you should have to like pass some sort of basic training or something. Have a license to buy a second investment property.
You should
I don't know
just
if that's like
shouldn't be
communism or
allowed
not,
to do it.
but just something to
You
at least
shouldn't be allowed to do
protect the
it.
people who don't need to be real estate investors. And there's horrible landlords out there too. I got a friend right now. They've
No,
got a landlord where they are
you're not.
they got pets and all sorts of stuff. The place is like maybe not that well taken care of. I think they've been there for like maybe 5-6 years. And the landlord's basically saying, oh, get out. I want to renovate the unit. You've ruined my unit. You're paying too low rent, and just totally like harassing them, And the landlord just like, they don't understand the rules. They don't understand the law. And the tenant, of course, doesn't understand the rules, doesn't understand the law. They think, oh my God, I'm going to have to leave. There's so much contradiction, right?
This is when people get killed.
People shouldn't be landlords. There's certain
They shouldn't be, and they shouldn't be investors either.
Yeah.
They should be forced into investment pools that build purpose-built rentals that are managed by proper companies and given like a bond.
Yeah.
Right? Like make it an investment grade bond.
It's genius. Why didn't you mention this before?
I keep mentioning it and it doesn't catch on, and I don't have a product to do it on it.
Because you know what you do is you can't triple your money in 3 years. That's how stupid people are.
Right.
They want this an incredible return that their friend back in 2013 got on their purpose-built on their pre-construction condo, and they're waiting around thinking that this is going to be the thing that saves them and erases all their bad money spending habits and poor investments that they've made in the past. You need to get people who are just like, hey, you know what? I'm making a 15% return, 20% return, whatever the market conditions are, 8% return, 11% return. Okay, one deal made 25, 30, 40%, whatever it was, because it was this incredible deal, but it's a one-off. Like that's an incredible portfolio of any investor who's been in the game for decades, would be able to achieve. Yeah. But people are like, no, I didn't double my money in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, of course that's not going to last very long. I bet you how many people made money in pre-construction, kept on going, got drunk off the profits, so they kept reinvesting it, and now we're about to lose most of them because they stayed in the game too long.
Oh, that's the worst. Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.